What's up, guys? I get this question all the time. Everyone wants to know what the weather is like in Colorado Springs, and that's what we're going to be talking about today, and we're getting to it right now. My name's Jacob Martin. Myself and my brother, we do these videos every single week about what it's like to live, work, and play in Colorado Springs. So if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button, give us a like, and feel free to comment below. Comment on the video, or if you have questions about the area, hit us up. Maybe you want us to do a video on a particular topic. Let us know in those comments, and we'll definitely get to it in the future. Clay and I are full-time realtors here in Colorado Springs, and we're helping people every single day that are looking at moving into the area. Hit us up, call us, text us, come knock on our door, whatever you got to do to get a hold of us. Okay, so let's get to it. The question that we get asked all the time is, what is the weather like in Colorado Springs? And believe it or not, everyone thinks that it snows here all the time. I think, if you're out of the area and you think of Colorado, you just picture a lot of snow. And here in Colorado Springs, that's really not the case, right? We kind of have like more of that alpine desert climate. That's what we're classified as. So it's totally different than what you probably are imagining in your head. With the altitude and the close proximity to the mountains, we really do have a super mild climate. And you can expect to have around 30 days of sunshine here in Colorado Springs, which is absolutely insane. If you've never experienced that before, it's amazing because that really allows you to get outside and enjoy all that Colorado Springs has to offer, from the mountains, the trails, just hiking and biking. Maybe you're into rock climbing. You just have more opportunities to enjoy the things that you're coming out here for. And with the sunshine, you've got blue skies. It really is a gorgeous place to call home. I know it sounds crazy, but occasionally, like if you have sunshine all the time, like when you get a really good rain and it's cloudy, maybe there's some fog rolling in, that's cool to see. Okay, let's talk about rain. So on average, we get around 18 inches of rain per year, right? So like I said, the trails stay dry. We get a lot of sunshine. You really do have the opportunity to be outside as much as you really want to without having to fear rainstorms and things like that. And that's good and bad, right? So with the lack of rain, that means that, we get sometimes we'll get dust storms that will roll through here. We're also at risk for wildfires, and those are fairly common in Colorado, as you probably see happening in the news right now. It seems like all over the nation, wildfires are popping up. Well, we're far more at risk here in Colorado due to our dry climate. And then also, if you own a home, right, and you have grass, due to our lack of rain, you're going to have to water the grass. So if you're coming from out east and that's really not the case for you, you get a lot of rain, so you don't have sprinkler systems. Well, you're gonna have to get used to a sprinkler system here in Colorado Springs, and you're typically gonna have to water your lawn around 3 times a week. So that is going to increase your water bill a little bit. And I get a lot of folks that are moving here from out east, and they're like, oh, I want a big lot, which big lots are kind of hard to come by anyways. But even if you do find one, and you got a lot of grass, it's going to cost a lot of money, and it's going to take a lot of time to keep that grass in good shape. So having a big lot may not be the best thing for you to go and do. Okay, so when it comes to snow, all right, we do get snow. Of course, we're in Colorado. It's pretty mild. It's around 32 inches a year. The last 10-year average came out to 32 inches for that 10-year average. And it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I know back east you have really wet snow. Here in Colorado, the snow is far more dry, so it's powdery, which is really nice. Makes shoveling your driveway when you have to do that way easier. You just don't deal with the ice like that you would back east or way up north due to our low humidity. So when it does snow, Typically the sun pops out like later that day or the following day, and the snow melts relatively quickly, and it doesn't linger around like you would experience in some areas. So we could get a really good snow, say 6 inches like one day. That would be a really good snow for us. And if we got that, chances are like it's going to be completely melted outside of the shady areas within a couple days. So when it snows, you have time to enjoy it and appreciate it and really take it in. But then, you're not stuck with all the nasty slush and everything like that that you might experience in other areas. So, you can enjoy the snow and then forget about it till the next time. When it comes to temperature, like during the springtime, summertime, you can expect like highs to get up to like a real hot day would be like low 90s. You're typically going to be sitting around 80 degrees. During the wintertime, I think you can expect like around 40 degrees. So it's nothing too extreme. And then we really have low humidity here throughout the year. So it's typically like between 20-25% humidity, which is not a lot. And again, that's good and bad. One of the benefits to that is, you don't have that extreme cold during the winter that you would have in a climate that has far more humidity. So that's really nice. One of the downsides is it's incredibly dry, right? So you'll see more dust like gathering in your house, so you'll have to clean that dust more. I moved from southern Mississippi, really never had to use lotion ever, and then you move out to Colorado and your skin gets dry super quick, your lips get chapped, so you have to take extra precautions. You got to use lotion, you got to use lip balm, otherwise it's going to be incredibly annoying. And then going back to snowfall, you can expect to have your first snowfall of the year like in October timeframe, and then typically the last snowfall is going to be around April. But this year in 2020, we got our first snowfall in September, and then I believe the last snowfall of the year earlier in the year was like in May. So I've heard it snowing in Colorado Springs in June. That's super rare, but it has happened. But yeah, you can typically expect like snowfall to happen, between October and April. So I talked kind of about like how mild Colorado Springs weather is, but that's not really including the hail. And before I moved to Colorado Springs, I'd never experienced a hail storm. Dad joke, I was like, what the hell? But anyways, if you're coming to the area, you've never experienced hail before, it's quite a shock when we do get a hailstorm, and they can be pretty severe. One of the interesting things about living in Colorado Springs is chances are you're going to have to replace your roof at some point in time due to a hailstorm. It's not uncommon at all to see a house that's had a roof replaced like 2 times in the last 5 years because hail is so common. Now you may live in a certain area of town that doesn't get hailstorms as much. Typically you see it more like on the east side of town and southeast side of town, and there can be some pretty extreme hailstorms and can cause a lot of damage. So if you're really hung up on the weather here in Colorado Springs, like I said before, it's very mild. You really get to take in all that Colorado has to offer because we have so many gorgeous days. I mean, even during the winter, the weather's pretty relaxed. You can get outside like on Christmas Day and enjoy the trails, go mountain biking. The first year that we lived here, my brother Clay and I, on Christmas Day, we went out mountain biking, and it was perfect weather. It wasn't too chilly, very comfortable, tons of people on the trails. And that's what I love about this state, is that not only does it have all these amazing outdoor recreation opportunities, but the weather really allows for you to enjoy it as much as you want. So I hope this video clears up like your feelings or your thoughts or concerns about the weather. If you have any questions whatsoever, reach out to myself or Clay. We are here to help people just like you that are interested in knowing more about Colorado Springs and what it's like to live, work, and play here. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out with YouTube's algorithm, and we're trying to boost our channel up so more people can be informed about Colorado Springs. Hit us up, call us, text us, knock on our door, whatever you got to do to get in touch with us, and we'd love to be your resource. Bye.